Hey everybody, welcome to Lesser Saints Discord, your one and only pre-show to Laughing Scoundrel podcast. Every Friday at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm surprised you found the channel. If you're watching this live, go to that channel and just start going through every video and drop a like or something like that.
Or don't. We're not your
much, but
wow. I need to turn down your volume.
It would just be interesting.
Yeah, suddenly getting a shit ton of likes. Hopefully things go better on the show today because I changed some settings around and maybe it'll work better.
Yeah.
I see that we have an Erdanya joining us this evening.
Well, at least in the users, he's not in chat. Get in chat, Danya. Get on my level.
Chat or die.
According to this, there's almost no one watching.
Yeah.
He could be busy. You don't know.
Hey, he's the one who pointed out I time traveled to tell everyone that the show was coming on.
Chat or die.
For legal reasons, that's a joke. For legal reasons, that's a joke.
Okay.
Oh my god.
It's my new favorite sound bite.
Yeah.
It would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Jables in a nutshell.
Wow.
It's not very nice of you.
Who said anything about being nice?
You know what?
It's too bad we don't have green screen set up or proper webcam. Well, you do, but it's too bad I don't have the proper setup for my shit because I've got a shitty webcam. I can't just sit here and just glare at you.
I know. Just go with the same webcam I got. You don't have to go for that.
Oh, I'm not going to, but I said I was tempted to, not that I was going to.
You don't need to see my face for the one I got. I'm judging you.
I might. I very well might.
You want me to send you
This
the link
show might turn partially into a into a face thing. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Not for you. You don't get a face.
I have so many hats. I'd love to wear some hats.
I am the one that does the watching. No one watches me.
Yeah. That's fair.
That's because no one should watch you. I don't know where I'm going with that.
I can't disagree with that, to be honest, but... Anyway!
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is what
Jables,
it is,
you're
man.
the one that's always bitching about dead air and that you're just sitting there.
I know. My bad. Okay. I'm
so
done.
Do we have any news? Anything that's happened throughout the week? Or
yeah, we're going to throw Jables out a window.
I mean, depending on the context, I'm not against this plan.
We haven't decided which window yet.
I'll go on camera. You can toss me right outside that main window on screen.
Honestly, you throw a spacesuit and a good solid atmospherically appropriate parachute on me, I would hella go diving out through that.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that. No. There are very few things that I'm not comfortable with, and heights is one of them.
I have no problem with heights. Although, you do also have to consider the fact that part of that is because... well, not because of, but part of that is the fact that I spent time in the military just doing.
Well, the thing is, like, I think to qualify, it's like, I don't think I would ever be bothered, like, if I were to go on a plane. Granted, I haven't been on one since I was very, very small. But the thing that kind of freaks me out the most about, like, elevated places is, like, being able to see exactly what I'll potentially splat on.
Oh, yeah, no, you have to keep in mind, when I was working on, hey, Canucks here!
Hey, Canucks here.
It's still not in the
Hey.
users. But yeah, one thing you gotta consider is, part of the job I had while I was in the military, working on those planes, was as we were landing, I'd literally have to lean out of the aircraft and call the distance to the ground, so I knew exactly what I would hit if I fell out.
Yeah.
And
Fun.
Crab's here, I guess. What did you do anyway? What was your rate?
I don't know. Things are going pretty good here. I think we fixed it, boys. And by that, I mean I fixed it.
Yeah. After us yelling at him every time the screen wasn't working.
Hey, what the fuck was going on that I don't know. I
You know what the real sad part about that is, Rimshee? Is that Larry's not even here for that burn.
Yeah. 5-minute delay was fucking ridiculous last
Yeah,
week.
that was
That was
fucking awful.
absurd. Holy
That
fuck.
was unacceptable. Sorry for ending the show early, everybody. We're gonna go 3 hours long tonight. That's a
No, we're not.
that's
I still have to
just
shower.
to make up for that.
The only thing I've
showering
done so
too.
far is wash my hands, because I don't want to be handling my computer with dirty ass hands. I still haven't showered since work because I got here 10 minutes before the show.
Okay.
Rimshee is a dirty boy. Time to play piano.
Yeah, no, just mark your territory with your musk. That's what you're supposed to do.
Everyone already knows who my wife is.
Yeah. So. By the way, Miss Rimshee would love this soundboard. I don't know why you guys keep picking on me.
Just because Miss Rimshee
Well-
is forgiving of you doesn't mean we have to be.
Yeah, I was gonna say, someone has to be accepting of your stupidity. Ain't
Nick's
that
on
right,
that
hun?
already.
Cool.
Can't hear her because you have that stupid thing on.
Oh, I can hear her. She just shouted back at me an answer, which I'm not gonna repeat. It was kind of mean.
God damn it, Canuck. Ah! Who's gonna hit him? Nice, Canuck.
Canuck.
Very quick on the draw.
Like, okay, I'm looking at that message. Why the fuck are they trying to act like this is a goddamn eldritch power that they're gonna let you buy Prime's viewers and followers?
It's
Yeah,
for
what's
the
with all
Twitch
these
it's for the Twitch
hyphens and
Autobots.
accents?
It's for the Twitch Autobots.
It's an eldritch spell.
But I do want to become famous. I do want to get big follows. I'm gonna go check it out.
I just want to have a healthy baby.
Yeah. I'm alright with where we are now.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to me if I never get noticed.
Yeah, if we get bigger, cool. If we don't,
I'm okay with it. I just have fun doing the show. And yelling at
yes,
Crab.
Crab, I should be married to her. That's part of why I should be married to her. She won't put up with my shit.
Yeah.
She plays a lot, but she won't put up with my shit. Ain't that right, hun?
All things in this world need balancing.
You know, because you have that little noise canceling thing on, I am pretty convinced you just have Miss Rimshee locked up in a basement and you're just pretending that she's responding.
Oh no, you could hear her if she was closer. She's just in another room.
Yeah.
Yeah, the basement.
And I'm gonna stop there because you don't need to know what she's doing.
The basement is in another room. Oh, is she flicking her bean?
So do we have articles?
Yeah,
You
we have
know,
articles.
I'm not sure what's worse: what she's people knowing what she's actually doing, or people believing what Jables thinks she's doing. I will say this: she's pregnant, so you know it's not like she has to. And
I'm not
no, I'm gonna say no. That's not what she's doing.
Hey, there you are.
Mostly
Yanni.
because it's not. But normally I wouldn't respond to that. God damn it, Jables, you fucking.
Yeah. Back into a corner. I win.
No, you did not back me into a corner.
Win, no matter what.
Yeah.
Jable's
Yes.
going full pigeon on the chessboard.
Okay. So you want to talk about what Elon Musk is up to?
Maybe.
Maybe. I just have to remember which one's that one. Oh yeah,
The
this one.
only one about Elon Musk?
Well, I gotta find it. We've got so many in the backlog.
All right.
We could also talk about Mr. Bean or this strange pyramid one.
Well, we'll do those next. I wanna knock out science articles real quick because
All right,
format.
let me do the transition.
Format.
Sir, would you like to read this one? Because I think you'll be excited about it.
Sure, I'll take it over. Coming to us from TechWire Asia, Elon Musk to disrupt telecommunications next with Starlink internet satellites. Starlink, the latest internet venture by Elon Musk and his SpaceX, has launched enough of its satellites to begin early customer trials. Starlink is SpaceX's ambitious project to build an interconnected internet network with thousands of satellites to eventually deliver high-speed internet globally. Elon Musk has successfully scaled new industries and disrupted the incumbents of others, becoming the world's richest person early this year by upending the global auto industry and disrupting aerospace heavyweights with reusable rockets. Now Musk is looking to seriously disrupt the global telecommunications space with his Starlink internet satellites. Over the course of 18 launches, Elon Musk and his Space Exploration Technologies Corp, SpaceX, have deployed collectively 1,023 satellites into low Earth orbit. That will enable Starlink internet services. The company says it is building 120 Starlink satellites a month, launching as many as 60 Starlink satellites at a time aboard its Falcon 9 reusable rockets, and there are already enough up there that Starlink Internet is already signing up early beta customers in the US, UK, and Canada. SpaceX has told investors that Starlink is angling for a piece of the US $1 trillion telecommunications market that consists of connectivity services such as in-flight internet, time services, and demand in large swaths of rural land or underserved developing markets, including the vast potential in China and India. Starlink is the latest ambitious project from the mind of Elon Musk to build an interconnected internet network with thousands of satellites, known in the space industry as a constellation, that is purpose designed to deliver high-speed internet to customers anywhere on the planet. The U.S. Federal Communications Commission in November 2018 approved SpaceX to launch 11,948 satellites, with the company aiming to deploy 4,425 satellites in orbit by 2024.
Yes, internet for everybody from space. Thank you, Elon Musk. Nikola Tesla would be proud.
Linus Tech Tips actually did a thing on this. He got one of the tester kits. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's only going to get better as the technology improves.
Yeah, like it can load a single web page really fucking quick, but if you're trying to load like 6 different web pages at once, you're fucked. If you're trying to game, you can do it, but it's not necessarily the best.
Yeah, but that's fine, especially since he's planning on putting nearly 12,000 satellites up there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Elon Musk is a big trial and error guy. If something's not working the way he does, he goes right back to development immediately. The turnover rate that he has for his projects for like putting out a newer, better version is incredible.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
The
it's
man's
not resting on his laurels.
The man's personal drive and dedication is admirable in and of itself.
yeah. Say what you will about how he may have done some like SEC frauds or anything like that. I know that's a lot of people's hang-ups with him, but I don't know. He's just trying to make the world a better place and get everybody connected. I can't argue with that.
Yeah. The expanding
Right.
Starlink internet satellite constellation is hanging in low Earth orbit, closer to the planet than traditional satellites. This is close enough to enable Musk's newest venture to roll out internet services along a wide stretch of North America and the UK. As SpaceX sends up more satellites, the coverage area will grow, expanding the potential customer base and new revenue stream beyond the grassroots stages it is at today. Starlink marks SpaceX's first foray into a truly consumer-facing product. Maintaining strong service while growing the customer base is something an Elon Musk enterprise has not attempted. SpaceX began a public beta program of Starlink Internet in October 2020 with services priced at US $99 a month, in addition to a US $499 upfront cost to order the Starlink kit, which includes a user terminal and Wi-Fi router to connect to the satellites. Thus far, feedback from early Starlink testers has been positive. Brian Rendell, a beta tester who struggled for years with sluggish internet speeds at his rural 160-acre farm overlooking Lake Superior in Michigan, US, says he is now getting speeds of 100 megabytes per second for downloads and 15 to 20 megabytes per second for uploads, far superior to his previous service provider.
Yeah.
This is a game changer, said Rendell, a mental health counselor who can now easily watch movies and hold meetings with clients over Zoom. It makes me feel like I'm part of civilization again. Damn, dude's a mental health counselor and a farmer.
Yeah.
Dude's got shit going on.
Well,
The big
it doesn't
deal-
say that he has a. It doesn't say he is a farmer. It says he has a farm.
Or he lives on a farm.
Yeah.
It could multiply.
Well, it's his farm because it's his 160-acre farm. But he could be renting out the property to other people to farm it.
Yeah, true enough.
Yeah.
Like my aunt does that with her vineyard.
Yeah, I have a buddy back where I grew up. His family owns like 1 million fucking acres. That's not even an exaggeration. I'm probably lowballing it. They do that all the time. For farmers that like border their lands, they'll rent out some of the land so that they can grow more on it.
Maybe he's farming Bitcoin. Yeah, that would be one hell of a big ass Bitcoin farm.
Yeah. Just a 160-acre warehouse full of servers.
Full of GPUs. That's why we have the silicone shortage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's this guy right here, Rendell.
Yeah.
Brian Rendell, we're on to you.
Single-handedly driving up the cost of silicon and Bitcoin.
The big deal is that people are happy with the service and the economics of Starlink versus other alternatives, concurred Luigi Peluso, managing director at Alvarez and Marsal, that follows the aerospace and defense industries. SpaceX has demonstrated the viability of their solution. A consumer viable business like Starlink will go a long way to bolstering SpaceX's push, according to COO Gwen Shotwell, to become the latest Elon Musk venture to be taken public. After the meteoric gains in the stock market last year by clean energy automaker Tesla, that helped solidify Musk's position as the world's richest individual. But industry watchers believe Starlink will encounter more competition than just taking over the telecommunications sector. Fiber optic cable is widely considered to be too expensive to lay down in remote regions and many rural locations, which is where Musk and Starlink can occupy the gap. At the same time, cellular connectivity is expected to make big advances with 5G over the next few years and then 6G. Meanwhile, a number of innovative attempts to extend cellular to unserved areas are being developed by other well-established firms, Facebook's Internet.org project. Elon, seriously, cut Facebook's balls off if you could.
Oh, he's tried to buy it before. He'll try again. He really wants to buy it just to shut it down.
Like, I don't care about the existence of Facebook in and of itself.
Yeah.
It's just what it's become.
Another thing I like that Elon's done recently is, like, he got through his new money rich phase where he, was buying all the fast cars and big houses and shit like that. Sold all of that. He just lives in a modest little house now. Ever since he had his kid, and he's just like, yeah, I'm just living a simple life now,
It's like,
and just dumps all of his money back into his businesses.
it's like, yeah, I had my to get down to business again.
Yeah, especially
I can still buy the expensive computer I want and the car I want, but I don't need to go too big.
Yeah, yeah. Part of it was, I think he was saying, like, he wants his kid to grow up relatively normal. So instead of being in a big old mansion.
Final statement. There will always be early Starlink adopters who think that anything from Elon Musk is cool, said John Barron, a telecom analyst at Global Data. But it's hard to see the satellite trajectory keeping pace with the improvements coming with cellular. Time will tell.
I don't know. Elon Musk does a lot of development every time he thinks something's not as good as it could be. He just throws money at it and works on improving it. So, and it works.
Well, I mean, like,
it just works.
Just look at the big three in America. Like, all of them are planning on phasing out their current fleets for full electric in the future, and that's almost entirely because of this man.
California's basically said, no, you got to get rid of all gas. But you can't sell it anymore in our state given X amount of time. And part of me wants to say, wants the automotive industry to just say fuck you, but at the same time, they're gonna have to comply at some point.
I don't like legislation aspect of it.
Yeah, it was gonna go that way anyway, but now you're forcing it, and I don't like that.
Yeah, I liked Elon's approach of, I'm just gonna make a really fast, cool car that happens to be electric.
And so I'm sure like
proving that electric cars are viable. That was what he was doing. So
yeah,
like Elon's like accelerated it, I'm sure, but like, Ford has been looking at it for a while.
Oh yeah.
Like, the reason why they discontinued all their cars is, well, one, because they weren't selling as well as their crossovers, SUVs, and trucks. And two, it's like, if we cut all of these cars out, we can take the money that we used manufacturing those models and put it towards our electric ventures.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, Mustang Mach-E, I think, is like late this year or early next year. It's projected to be out.
Yeah. I wouldn't be willing to get an electric car just yet.
Yeah.
Even though my work is walking distance and they have charging spots there, so if I were to get one, I'd just leave it parked at my work.
You need a vehicle sometime soon, though.
You see, the problem is, Lord Flappy Hat, with that is that I feel like that's giving them too much credit.
Hey, Larry.
Also, hello, Larry.
Yeah, so the problem with electric is you have to look at how lithium is mined as well.
Yeah.
Pretty destructive to the environment. Like, making batteries is really destructive to the environment.
It is.
And that's another thing that's going to have to be looked at in the future is, like, potentially, like, recycling or repurposing of these batteries, or even alternatives to lithium.
Yeah. Or better processes for mining.
Yeah.
or even just recycling old batteries, better processes for that.
Yeah.
In the meantime, though, we could really support nuclear power.
Yep. I honestly,
I know we talk about that a lot on this channel, but like,
we talk about it
seriously.
sometimes, but in all seriousness, like the fucking stigma over nuclear power needs to fucking go.
Yeah.
We are only hamstringing ourselves as a species at this point by not fully investing.
I mean,
Yeah.
in all honesty, we're probably not going to see Fallout style nuclear powered objects. You're not going to see the fusion cell that powers your power armor. You're not going to see most of that stuff. What you're
Well,
most likely going to see if we continue going with nuclear power and start really investing in the technology, smaller plants that produce more power, better safety material, or better safety systems. We're probably going to see transition to other nuclear power plant materials. Like right now, most of our nuclear power plants are uranium. We could look at what was it? Thorium was the other one we could
Yeah.
have done.
Thorium. The thing is that thorium is far more abundant than uranium and a hell of a lot easier to work with. And
Yeah.
It's not nearly as dangerous.
And if you see some nuclear power plant disasters, like the Japanese power plant that went out of whack recently,
Yeah.
Chernobyl, Three
Yeah,
Islands,
yeah,
Fukushima. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking.
Those are all freak accidents. Honestly.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
okay, they're failures on the human portion, like
yeah. There was a
Chernobyl.
hell of a lot of negligence involved with both Chernobyl and Fukushima.
Yeah, Fukushima was it was supposed to be shut down at some point because it turned out it was in a tidal wave, a tsunami zone. So, and it wasn't built for that sort of impact.
So it would have been shut it down. We'll re-engineer this. We may open it up again later, but let's keep pushing it off. Keep pushing it off.
The thing with Fukushima is that like the whole reactor complex was flawed from the outset, just in its design.
Mhm.
Also, it was in a bad spot, and the people running it did not take the proper precautions and safety measures to prevent what would eventually happen.
And then Chernobyl was a whole lot of negligence from the people working there.
Yeah, but I mean, what do you expect from fucking?
Yeah, it was multi-layered negligence in several different sectors there.
Yeah.
So
Basically, Chernobyl is one of those instances of this is what happens when you do absolutely everything wrong in a sequence.
yeah.
As though it were a plan.
However, I do love watching some like video footage of animals in Chernobyl. It's really interesting.
Yeah, they just don't give a fuck.
Have you seen the headless
fucking
deer? Yeah, those are fucking weird.
The what deer?
The
Pripyat
headless
shit.
deer.
That was the town. That was the town that was near the reactor complex, right? Pripyat. Pretty sure that's it. Pripyat. That was the city that was near the Chernobyl reactor complex.
I couldn't tell you.
Because like Chernobyl, as I said, it's not the name of the city. It was the name of the actual like complex.
Mm-hmm.
And specifically, it was reactor number 4 that was the epicenter of the accident. Which I think 2018 they managed to finally finish like the new safe containment because the sarcophagus, which was the original containment that they put over it, was fucking deteriorating and they couldn't fucking fix it.
Yeah.
That's, yep, Erdania in the chat, thank you.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Built next to it to be a sort of vision of the future.
Yeah,
it's
it kind of
it was
was
meant
in
to
a
be
weird
like
way.
a symbol of like the new prosperous Soviet Union, and then whoops.
Rimshee, there's 2 articles that you posted up.
I think there are 3.
There are 3. I'm looking at Mr. Bean and the really dark one.
Yeah. I also posted the pyramids one, which is kind of just a fun one we can save for the end or something.
Yeah, I'd like to save that one, but
until after the actual anger one.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about Mr. Bean, and then we can talk about the one that's really gonna piss people off,
Yeah.
and then we can talk about the pyramids. All right,
Oh.
I'll go ahead and read Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean actor Rowan Atkinson compares cancel culture to medieval mob looking for someone to burn.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah. British actor and comedian Rowan Atkinson has become the latest celebrity to criticize so-called cancel culture. During an extensive interview with Radio Times, Atkinson, who is best known for his satirical Mr. Bean character, said cancel culture was eroding freedom of speech and made him fearful for the future. It's important that we're exposed to a wide spectrum of opinion, but what we have now is the digital equivalent of the medieval mob roaming the streets looking for someone to burn, he said. So it's so scary for anyone who's a victim of that mob, and it fills me with fear about the future. I did not realize he was 66, but I guess he'd have to be.
Yeah.
He
Yeah, he's old as
doesn't
fuck.
really look it.
He definitely isn't wrong. Hey guys, everybody in the chat, can you try to get me canceled? Because that's just publicity. This channel is so small.
No, Twitch would just get rid of us. We're so small. The 66-year-old actor, who is also known for his role in the satirical Johnny English films, as well as his long-standing collaborations with writer Richard Curtis, blamed social media companies and their algorithms for creating a binary and toxic environment online. The problem we have online is that an algorithm decides what we want to see, which ends up creating a simplistic binary view of society, he said. It becomes a case of either you're with us or you're against us. And if you're against us, you deserve to be canceled. Atkinson has in the past campaigned to protect the public's right to free speech and spent many years campaigning against legislation that made it an offense in the UK to incite religious hatred. During a 2012 video, he said that people must have the right to insult or offend. During the same interview with Radio Times, Atkinson also revealed that he doesn't enjoy playing his classic Mr. Bean role. I don't much enjoy playing him. The weight of responsibility is not pleasant. I find it stressful and exhausting, and I look forward to the end of it. And that's the end of the article. And that's kind of a non sequitur they threw in at the end there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a very strange way to end that.
We need another paragraph to reach the word count. Just throw this in there.
Yeah,
man.
that's
It'll
exactly what that feels like.
Yeah, that's what it always feels like.
That's so blatant that it feels like it feels like that so much that it feels like it can't be that because no one would be that dense.
Yeah, there's a comedian I follow that went to that he went to school for journalism and ended up becoming a comedian anyways. Heard him on a podcast. They were going through an article, and the guy that was running the podcast was like, what the fuck? Is there some sort of word count on this article? And he just went in like, yeah, there's a word count on every article. It's a lot of bullshit, and they're just trying to push it out. It's bad journalism everywhere. And just started going on this long rant about how journalism is dead.
Yeah, it really is.
Yep. Again, not wrong.
Yeah. That is the bad thing about the internet, though.
He nails it on the head.
Yeah. When you had a newspaper, you had limited space, so you had to post what mattered. And then now it's 50 million websites begging for change out of your wallet.
I mean, you say that, but even still, like, the fucking printed version of the New York Times is trash.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's because everyone's gone online, so the printed versions of these news companies is just them trying to match what they're doing online. Hell, it's practically them just taking their online articles and saying, fuck it, we're gonna do this. We're gonna post this stuff so that we can reuse the same articles. Almost no one buys our paper anymore anyway, so fuck it.
Yeah, it's all a lot of bullshit.
yeah.
It's horrible what they're
All
doing.
right, you want to do the really
these
dark
days.
shit?
Yeah, let's have the comedian read the really dark shit.
I'm not a comedian.
Stepping on my territory, asshole.
Yeah. Don't do that.
I'm
this one will
the
probably
angry
piss
one
people
here.
off.
Crack open a beer. You're gonna need it for this one. All right, Fury at Do Not Resuscitate notices given to COVID patients with learning disabilities. Vulnerable people have
Told
encountered
you you'd
shock
need a
and
beer for
discrimination
this one.
during pandemic, says
I don't
Medcap
drink.
Garrett. Take some kratom. I don't know, man.
Inject the weeds into your eyeballs or some shit. I don't know. I don't do drugs.
Yeah, do some kratom. Smoke some salvia. I don't know. Just stay away from the caffeine. People with learning disabilities have been given do not resuscitate orders during the second wave of the pandemic in spite of widespread condemnation of the practice last year and an urgent investigation by the care watchdog. Okay, so they stopped doing it and they're doing it again.
So this was something that was happening. People gave them shits like, that's really fucked up. They stopped and then just started doing it again because
They reinstated it because of the second wave. Oh, you have a learning disability. That makes you less valuable. We don't want you here if you die. We're not going to do anything to you.
We have to save resources for the actually important people, the productive members.
Yeah,
you know, the people who are drug addicts, but they don't have a learning disability.
Larry's right. This is definitely passive eugenics.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You're not wrong, Larry.
And like the fucking defense would be, it's like, oh no, we're not killing them. We're just not letting them wake up.
They're going to sleep forever. It's fine.
All right. MedCap said it had received reports in January from people with learning disabilities that they had been told they would not be resuscitated if they were taken ill with COVID-19. So they're not even sick with COVID-19. They're just sending them messages. Hey, don't get sick because we'll just let you die.
Can you imagine how fucked that would be? It's like your fucking medical provider sends you a message like, "Hey, FYI, just so you know, if you get the COVID and like start having complications, we're not going to try and save your ass."
Yeah.
Okay,
God.
where is this? This has gotta be this has gotta be Britain.
Wait, hold on. The Care Quality Commission said in December that inappropriate do not attempt cardiopulmonary resuscitation notices had caused potentially avoidable deaths last year. DNA CPRs are usually made for people who are too frail to benefit from CPR, but MenCaps said some seem to have been issued for people simply because they had a learning disability. The CQC is due to publish a report on the practice within weeks. The disclosure
All I'm gonna
comes-
say is the NHS fucking sucks.
Yeah, I don't even know if this is the NHS. That might just be a stock photo.
I would this sounds like a centralized thing. Like what's MenCap anyway? I'm gonna fucking look that up. Keep reading.
This is the Guardian also.
Yeah, that's another factor.
Public health. Yeah, okay, yeah, this is in England.
Yep.
Ardania.
No, he's not in England. He's he's in Germany, so they goose step to the to the hospital.
Yeah, I don't think Germany would try to pull this off. They have a bad history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be very good optics, to say the very least.
Yeah.
I'm Dutch, you asshole.
Yeah, tomato. Deutschland, Dutch, fits.
In the mind of Jables.
Yeah, cancel me, fuckers.
Let's be honest, that whole area is just Germany waiting to happen.
Yeah. It's been Germany waiting to happen for a long time. That's why you're Germanic people. See?
Since before World War II.
I mean, nobody ever said that you couldn't have more than 3 Reichs.
Yeah. But they did say third time's the charm. I mean, it'll work out. Maybe, if you try and you fail, just try again.
If you try and don't succeed, try again.
Yeah.
Go for broke. Why not a 4th?
Yeah. Just try. Actually, I did see an article the other day that Japan, Germany, and Italy are all like signing treaties together recently. And I'm like, what?
Suspicion. Deep suspicion.
Yeah. Sus as
I will
fuck.
say this, I don't see Japan as trying to start shit because Japan knows what it's like to be on the receiving end of a nuke.
Yeah. Also, I think Japan's just signing treaties so that it's easier for people to immigrate, so that they can increase their birth rates.
Yeah, I think that's mostly what it is. But I will say this: I think the 2 countries that you can trust the most with a nuclear weapon are the country that has the only country that's had it used on them twice, and the only country that has used it on another country twice.
Yeah. Yeah, to be honest, that second one was kind of overkill. They were pretty ready to surrender. After that first one, we were just like, no, we already planned to do 2. Fuck you guys.
There was still plenty of resistance in their councils.
Yeah.
It wasn't to the point where the emperor was ready to come out and straight up say, "No, fuck you all. We're giving in."
Even after the Nagasaki
were the people that were resisting it like, they can't have more than 1 of those. Come on, let's keep fighting.
No, it was a matter of honor.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
After the bomb that was dropped on Nagasaki, like there was groups, there was at least one subset of the Japanese military that tried to overthrow the emperor in a coup to prevent them from surrendering.
Yeah.
Like, they were fucking ready to fight until the country was just nothing but fucking bones.
Oh yeah, they found some Japanese soldier on an island like decades later that didn't know the war had ended. And
Yeah,
he was
I believe
still
that
fighting.
was, I think that's Iwo Jima,
Yeah.
where they didn't realize that it was over. Where, like, they ignored any, like, basically they thought that, like, the Japanese officials telling them, like, the war's over, to stand down. It's like, no, that has to be enemy propaganda. Don't listen to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would never stand down. Blah, blah, blah.
And even killing soldiers that, like, were like, maybe we should. Nope, you're dead.
Okay, how bad is this article that we're talking about World War II and it's more upbeat?
It's pretty fucking bad.
It's avoiding the inevitable, but let's get back into it.
All right. I was gonna say, Larry, we don't have the right to lecture people in the world on healthcare, but we definitely have the right to lecture people about nukes. We invented them. We got the copyright. Fuck off.
Yeah,
We invented them. We're the only ones to have used them on another country.
And we've detonated more of them than any other power on the planet.
Yeah. I think we know what we're talking about, baby.
We have
Although,
thoroughly
to be fair,
nuclear weapons, and we know
To be
exactly
fair-
what they're capable of.
Oh, also, before I
To-
get back to this article, Larry, check your DMs on Discord.
to be fair, sir, the main reason we've detonated more than anyone else on the planet is because the USSR went defunct. We were neck and neck there for a little while.
Well,
Yeah.
even before the USSR, went defunct, like, we'd still, like, because the nuclear testing slowed down quite a bit even before the Soviets collapsed.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to get back to the article now.
Crab, there is so much wrong with that statement.
Yeah. That's not what happened at all.
I mean, the only thing that's true about that is that they did detonate the most powerful nuclear device in the history of mankind.
Tsar Bomba.
Yeah, it's an a bomba.
Which is it was a 3-stage thermonuclear weapon, 50 megaton yield, roughly. 1955. What the fuck are you talking about, Grab? Also, that wouldn't make sense either, because Chernobyl happened in 1986.
Did you get into the pot brownies?
No. Maybe. No.
All right, then.
Okay, I'm going to get back to it. The disclosure comes as campaigners put growing pressure on ministers to reconsider a decision not to give people with learning disabilities priority for vaccinations. There's growing evidence that even those with a mild disability are more likely to die if they contract the coronavirus. What?
Wait, so they don't have priority for vaccinations?
I'm fine with it. Maybe get them priority because,
If they're more likely to succumb, who the fuck is running this shit?
The government.
Yeah.
Like, this is straight up evil by method of incompetence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like government.
Although some people with learning disabilities, such as Down syndrome, were in one of 4 groups set by the Joint Committee on Vaccination and Immunization, which the government promised would be offered the vaccine by tomorrow, many were classified lower categories of need and are still waiting. Okay, if you have a group of people
Yeah.
that potentially lack the understanding of social distancing or wearing a mask or, constantly washing hands and things like that. Vaccinate them.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
Kimmy, welcome to the show. I don't think this was the best time for you to arrive, though.
Oh yeah, this is a dark one. We're killing tards.
We're not doing it. I can't say the same for the fucking Brits. Speaking of Brits, fucking Ward is here.
Ward?
Yeah, he's in
not
the
in
fucking
chat.
He's not in chat, but he's definitely here.
He's
Ward,
on the moderator list.
Ward, get the fuck in here.
Yeah, seriously, I haven't talked
Your
to you in
country for one thing.
like fucking months. Probably
Yeah.
closing in on a year.
Yeah, we say a sentence to each other like once every other week. Get the
Anyway,
fuck in.
let's get through this article so we can start making fun of pyramids.
Okay.
That sounds nice.
Man. All right, NHS figures released last week show that in the 5 weeks since the third lockdown began, COVID-19 accounted for 65% of deaths of people with learning disabilities. Figures from the Office for National Statistics show that the rate for general population was 39%, although the two statistics are drawn from different measurements. If they are more likely to die from it, vaccinate them. I'm sorry that they don't understand that they need to
Oh wow, this thing's long. I don't think we're gonna make it through it.
No, we're not. We got the gist of it. Kimmy, if you want to join the Discord, there's a link right down below.
It's
for everybody.
It's pretty fucking embarrassing when I find an instance of the United States not being the absolute most backwards, worst responding to learning disability and mental illness among Western nations.
Yeah.
This is almost
special kind of stupid.
I'm gonna put this in our best of so we can make fun of the UK for trying to cause genocide on the tards on the same faces.
So now it's the people
Sorry,
that
I'm really
Germany
trying to
was
get
fighting.
us canceled.
We're all about inclusion unless you can't say your ABCs.
No. Just because I use vulgar terms for them doesn't mean I'm not inclusive.
All right, let's bullshit about these goddamn pyramids.
Yeah,
I want to read
let's
this
turn
one.
this around. Yeah, I know you can.
Go ahead.
Coming to us from knowledgetime.com. Strange phenomenon. Pyramids around the world suddenly beaming energy towards mysterious space cloud.
I knew Stargate was a documentary.
Obviously, I don't know if this is satire or real, because this is something someone would fucking write legitimately.
As Lord Flappy had in the chat, like Ancient Aliens, exactly that shit.
Like this is a website.
Fucking Egyptians were using the pyramids as like massive fucking power generators and all that weird shit.
This is a website that says this is why the pyramids were built, and history must be revised.
We're off to a good start.
Researchers have been debating the meaning behind pyramids since the very first pyramid was discovered. Yeah,
Discovered? You mean when it was built?
You know, like the simple explanation of the pyramids essentially being a dick measuring contest amongst pharaohs. You know, that's just.
Oh no, they're including ziggurats and other types of pyramids too. Because if you look at the first picture, that's a ziggurat.
Yeah.
Isn't that in Central America?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, there's pyramids all over the world.
Yeah, pyramid being a general term, not like the Great Pyramids of Giza pyramid.
Yeah.
Isn't ziggurat a Sumerian term?
Does it? I don't.
Does it matter? That's what people call them.
Do we care?
Back to the crazy ass fucking article. At first, they thought that pyramids were tombs all along, but according to new data, they might actually have been built in order to attract the aptly named local interstellar clouds that roam our system.
What data? By who? Citation, please.
What?
Fuck off, Larry.
I didn't think it'd be
Exactly, you're done, you hoops.
I didn't think it'd get this crazy this quick. Their existence was heavily debated at first, but in 2009, NASA decided to finally take a stand and confirm the existence of these gases, only to also declare that our own system will be passing through one in the near future.
Well, yeah, there's a bunch of fucking shit in space. It's space!
Floating patiently around the empty void is a 30 light-years wide cloud that's made out of hydrogen and helium atoms that heats up to 6,000 degrees Celsius at all times. The impossibility factor regarding it is actually quite intense, though. It's not the cloud itself that's the problem. It's the dust that surrounds it at all times. This fluff, as it was nicknamed by scientists all over the globe, is magnetized to the cloud, completely submerging it in itself.
All right. On the plus side, whoever wrote this article is not a flat earther. That's a good thing.
That we know of.
No, he said all over the globe. Either he's pandering to the globetards, or he's
I have no idea at this point.
Or she. I don't know. Whoever wrote this is anonymous.
As the cloud is getting closer and closer, the pyramid seems to be reacting more and more to it. Solar storms, earthquakes, and even cosmic activity have been observed around those points in our planet as if they're attracting the local interstellar clouds right as we speak.
What? When? When the fuck was there an earthquake at the fucking Great Pyramid, asshole?
This is happening. This is real, man, and you gotta take my word for it, man.
Do you remember when it snowed in Egypt that one time?
Not really.
Yeah, it's a rare occurrence.
Yeah, it was super cool looking though. Seeing all the pyramids covered in snow.
Yeah, and seeing snow on the sand dunes, it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's really interesting.
Also, I think the lockdowns actually caused the freezing in Texas.
God's not happy with his chosen people following the government.
Because we shut things down. Remember how like emissions went way down, and it literally changed our climate with how much we reduced how much we were putting out there into the environment. I think because of that, it caused a perfect storm for Canada to fuck over Texas.
Texans can't drive their Hummers anymore. Slowed global warming. Yeah. I actually saw a Hummer H2 at a stoplight just the other day. It's like, wow, there are still some of these things around.
Oh, they exist. There's somebody in my neighborhood that has one.
Like, wasn't the last Hummer product produced like the H3, and that was back in like 2008, wasn't it?
Oh, there's another article from this website. Area 51 former employee breaks his silence and shows UFO evidence.
Ooh, that's not in my This okay, wait, no. I think this is real, but it's just run by conspiracy theory dum-dums.
Oh, I guarantee it. I'm absolutely certain that this is this is either absolute satire, which I would doubt heavily after reading that article, or it's conspiracy nut jobs sharing their like, oh my god, did you hear about this? I mean, they're claiming that these beams coming out of the fucking pyramids are fucking attracting the cloud or some shit. Whatever the fuck bullshit they're coming up with. Like, they've got this one that looks like the Pyramid of Giza, and it's got a Stargate beam coming out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one that Ra used to land on his fucking pyramid in the Stargate movie. And then the one right above it, whatever the fuck that thing is, it's just got a big ass dust cloud coming out of it. That's completely understandable as to what that is. A fucking tornado's on top of the goddamn pyramid. And then the ziggurat looks like it's got a big ol' spotlight set up right on the top of it, and it's just shining straight up into the goddamn sky.
Is it like the fucking Central American one? Like that literally just looks like the fucking cover of the fucking Stargate movie, where you have the fucking beam of light coming out of the top of the pyramid.
Yeah, like, the very bottom one.
And yeah, like that middle picture, it's like that's literally just a dust devil.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Happen when it's hot.
It's a thing. Don't worry about it. Don't be dumb. It's a mini tornado.
Well, tornadoes have completely different mechanics from dust devils, but
really? How so?
Well, dust devils don't require a storm system. They literally just happen because, hot air rises and sometimes it causes these little eddies and they spin.
Yeah, that's what tornadoes do too.
Yeah, but tornadoes are an interaction between.
Just one has a storm, the other doesn't.
Yeah, dust devils happen on completely calm days, usually in very hot weather.
Yeah.
Yeah. It takes more effort for a tornado, but it's all spinning air.
Not to mention, tornadoes are far, far more destructive.
Somewhere I have some video
over the rainbow.
Somewhere I have some video that I took from inside a dust devil, because I was just curious. I don't know where that's at. My parents probably have it on one of their computers, but yeah, it's pretty cool. If you ever jump in one, layer up because it hurts. Yeah. And wear goggles.
Actually, in most cases, like it's best just not to approach the dust devil because some strong ones, this is rare, but strong ones can be equivalent to low-end tornadoes, like an F0, an EF0. Like that's like 75-mile-per-hour winds. You don't want to fucking walk into that shit. Especially,
dude, I walked out in the middle of a hurricane. I've walked out of the barracks in the middle of a hurricane because we're a bunch of Marines and we're fucking bored and we're daring each other to go walk out in the goddamn hurricane.
And yeah, like you can say fucking nerd if you want. Fucking tornadoes are a point of fascination for me. They have been for a long time.
I ain't saying shit. You're solid.
No, I was talking to Ardania in the chat.
Yeah.
By the way,
what boomer reference did I make?
But yeah, tornadoes and dust devils, they look similar, but they function under different mechanics.
Rimshee, looking live.
Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, yeah.
That really existed.
That's more of a musical theater reference, and my wife has a tendency to participate in theaters, including musical theater. So, keep that
do you know what that reminds me of? That ice cream that you posted, Jables?
And suddenly she starts singing a show tune.
Has anyone ever had fucking Superman ice cream?
What's that?
It's god awful, is what it is.
I was gonna say I know what the Superman sex move is, and that's kind of gross.
Yeah, it's basically it looks like sherbet, and that's what I thought it was when I initially had it. I really wish that's what it was because oh god. But it's a mix of 3 different ice creams. I think the original Superman recipe is like it's a mix of Blue Moon, which is like a very sweet marshmallow flavored ice cream, and they blend it with cherry and lemon ice creams. It's fucking foul.
Yeah, that sounds terrible. I'm sorry you subjected yourself to that.
Well, as I said, like we bought it not knowing what it was. Like it looked like sherbet. It literally looked like sherbet, but it wasn't sherbet. It was this fucking awful ice cream. Oh god, it's so bad.
It makes me sad. All right. Yeah, we're at the top of the show. You guys want to talk about that Miami lawyer?
Yeah, let's do that. Who's covering?
Let's do an extra fun article.
Yeah. I read this title to Mrs. Rimshee, and she's just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, Rimshee,
I think it's Sir who wants to read this one.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, I'll take it.
You don't sound too enthusiastic about it.
I'm scrolling to it. I scroll into it, and I have it. We are going places.
Yeah.
Strap in, folks. This one looks like it's gonna be fun. Oh man, fucking block that.
Are you using Brave browser?
Fuck off.
We don't get money. You can just download it free of like guilt of giving us money.
Hold on a second. I think I have a workaround.
Yeah. Called Brave browser.
Shut up.
That's right, everybody. Brave browser no longer gives us money for promoting their shit. We still have an affiliate link somehow that works. But if you want Brave browser and not support us, well, that's what most of us
And I've got it.
use.
Thank you, Wayback Machine. Anyway, coming to us from the Miami Herald,
Fuck
Miami lawyer
paywalls.
whose parents caught fire during arson trial arrested on cocaine charge. The Miami lawyer who drew worldwide notoriety after his pants caught on fire during an arson trial has been arrested on a cocaine charge. Stephen Gutierrez, 32, whose law license is currently revoked, was pulled over Monday night near Westchester and arrested on a felony cocaine charge. According to a Miami-Dade police report, he was pulled over for driving without a working headlight. An officer saw a bulge in his pocket and believed it was a knife. It turned out to be a metal cylinder with a white powder inside. Gutierrez spontaneously blurted out, "That's cocaine!" according to the arrest report.
Yeah, that's something someone on cocaine would say.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Gutierrez,
I know.
Gutierrez was jailed briefly Tuesday morning before posting bond. He did not answer his cell phone Tuesday morning. The arrest adds to the mounting woes for Gutierrez, who was ordered suspended for 91 days by Florida Supreme Court in November. In March 2017, Gutierrez was representing a Miami man accused of torching his own car for insurance money. Funnily enough, there was a car that caught on fire in my parking lot not too long ago. I was putting stuff into the sandwich case, and this dude walks up to me. He's like, "Yeah, I just want to let you know that the headlight on my car just kind of burst into flames, and I'm waiting on the fire department." I'm like, "Okay." I don't know why you're telling me this, but all right.
Yeah.
Thanks, I'll get ready to run.
Oh, Ardania, do you have cocaine in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? I have cocaine in my pocket.
For legal reasons, that's a joke. For legal reasons, that's a joke.
In a story first reported by the Miami Herald, Gutierrez was arguing to jurors that the blaze might have been caused by spontaneous combustion when flames and smoke began billowing from his pants. Gutierrez went running out of the courtroom as bewildered jurors and spectators watched. He blamed a faulty battery in his electronic cigarette for igniting in his pocket at a coincidental time. The episode generated national and international headlines.
I mean, let's be honest. If that's gonna happen, and you're a lawyer arguing in an arson case, what better explanation of your goddamn, or what better example of your explanation than fucking that?
I don't believe in it, but that's about as close to divine intervention as you're likely to ever see.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, it could have been spontaneous combustion. Like what's happening to... Oh, Jesus!
Wait, so...
After an investigation, Miami-Dade prosecutors said it seems obvious the fire was a stunt or demonstration meant to illustrate the feasibility of his spontaneous combustion theory of defense. But they did not charge Gutierrez, saying that he could not prove he acted with criminal intent.
You know... God damn it. My dad actually had his pants catch on fire while at work one time. It's one of the few stories that my dad has told me that I can actually tell people.
On
my
air.
dad works at a yeah, on air. Off air, there's some spicy shit. I am definitely my dad's kid. So yeah, my dad worked at a prison, and you weren't allowed to have butane lighters, like just like a Bic or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You could have like a Zippo, but other than that, it's all matches is what you can have on you. So my dad used to just carry around books of matches in his pocket, to give to people that had Bic lighters or something, like, hey, put that in your locker. Here's some matches for you. I don't want you getting in trouble. That sort of shit. He was in a meeting one time, and while he was he was doing some sort of presentation or something and talking to people about safety and whatnot. And he, when he stood up, the books of matches kind of interlocked and kind of started. And he just had a pocket full of books of matches that just started lighting on fire.
God, man, what are the fucking odds?
Yeah.
Did that change the policy at all?
No, it changed how many books of matches were in his pocket, and he also distributed them through several pockets instead. That's what it changed.
But I mean, come on.
Uniforms have a shit ton of pockets, so.
Yeah, no, I get that, but come on, man! You just proved why it's a bad idea to require matches instead of a Bic butane lighter.
No, the point is, no, the reason is that if you accidentally drop your Bic lighter, then inmates can use it to make some sort of bomb. So that's the whole purpose behind it.
Yeah, like
that's
that was like a pastime because I grew up in a trailer park for a time.
Yeah.
And like one of our pastimes is like we'd find those like really cheap, like Finley walled plastic butane lighters and just throw them at the ground as hard as we could to watch them explode.
Yeah. Yeah, those are fun.
Make a
taking
big
the-
noise,
taking the
small
flint out-
cloud.
Taking the flint out in the spring and wrap it in the spring, heat up the spring, throw that at the ground, have it spark everywhere.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I once did that, but I got distracted and didn't throw it at the ground, and ended up watching it start to cool down and then heat the fuck back up and completely deform before cooling back off.
We'd also put Works bathroom cleaner in plastic bottles with bits of aluminum foil and shake that up.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
a little
right.
chemical explosive. Nothing wrong with that.
Dry ice bombs are classics.
Oh, I've got a dry ice bomb story.
Go for it.
So, those of you who remember the old times, my best friend who went by D6 on Discord,
Of
him and
course
I.
he's involved in this fucking story.
So we had dry ice, and it was late at night because it was Halloween night, and we're up anyway.
Of course.
And we're trying to find bottles to throw dry ice in to make go boom. And we find one of those tiny little send it to school with your kids style Gatorade bottles and decide to try that. Well, we get it all set up and everything.
A Gatorade bottle and explosive myself.
So we get that all set up and everything, and it's sitting out there for a while and not going off. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? So he goes out, picks it up, carries it back, shakes it, and it goes off in his hand.
Oh, fuck.
And he's just like, tell me. He's like freaking out a little. He's like, tell me, not looking at his hand at all. Do I have all my fingers? I can't look. Do I have all my fingers?
Yeah, also, for the rest of the audience that hasn't been around since the before times, D6 is also a guy that shot himself in the leg while cleaning his gun.
Oof.
He's also landed on a rock.
Regardless.
Landed on one of the few rocks in a lake, while on a tree swing. Had a boulder run over him. Almost rolled the fuck down a fucking hill in his car. He got in a couple of crashes, head-on collisions with other cars. This guy it's a surprise he's alive.
Yeah. Well, if you hear the story about it when he shot himself in the leg, apparently right before that he was looking down the barrel while cleaning it.
No, you made that up.
He made that up? Good.
You made that up.
Or
someone else did.
He
never said that.
He might have said that when you weren't there.
Yeah, but the whole that fucking reminded me. My aunt and uncle, their house is kind of like surrounded by corn and soybean fields. They live on this little country road that for the longest time was just gravel. It wasn't even paved. And we were bored kids that had a golf cart and fireworks. A splendid combination.
Yeah. That sounds like a lot of fun already.
Oh yeah.
Count me in.
Fucking Rimshee talking about I can't look. We were driving down the road in this golf cart. I'm driving the cart, and my cousin is sitting next to me trying to light a string of black cats.
Nice. Classic.
But he can't get the lighter to work. And when he finally does, because the idea is we're going to light them and throw them off the side of the cart and watch them explode. Well, he finally gets the lighter to work, and he lights the string of black cats, and he immediately drops them on his own shoes. He head first dives out of the fucking golf cart while I'm still driving, rolls down a fucking embankment. And I'm fucking laughing my ass off as the fucking firecrackers are just exploding right next to me.
Oh, another time we were taking apart Roman candles.
Nice.
And
Hold
holding them in...
on. Quick question before you get into this. Were you the type of people that had Roman candle wars?
No.
I've never personally had one of those.
Mostly because of where he lived. His parents still live there, but basically where he was, there wasn't exactly a way to have Roman candle wars without lighting an entire forest on fire.
That's fair. We just had it in the park next to my house.
But
We
the reason why I brought up the Gatorade bottles is we got the idea to put a fucking mortar in a Gatorade bottle. That was a bad idea.
But oh yeah, we were taking that does sound accurate, but we were taking apart some Roman candles, and it started off with us holding them in pliers, and then the other guy lighting them, and just they'd go off. I got hit in the face, and I had a cut just below my nose. He got away unscathed from that one, coincidentally. But then we started putting them underneath one of these old honey cans. Well, it wasn't old; it was brand new, relatively freshly emptied. But we put it under there, and we'd light them. Yeah, like tin can. They're like coffee cans, but they were for honey or some shit. I don't remember exactly what it was.
Interesting.
But we were putting the bits of the Roman candle underneath it, lighting the fuse, and then so that it would go off and just launch the fucking can into the air. And then we started trying to hold it down. We were not smart.
Y2K and W, did you guys seriously set fire to your neighbors?
Y2K, I want to hear this story.
Yeah, I want to hear this one. If you hop on, hop on.
Yeah, we got about 5 minutes left, roughly.
Yep, the Discord is open as always.
Yeah, there's a link down below, and they're probably already in here. I don't know.
Well, I can share it.
There you are. All
God
right.
damn it, Crab.
Okay.
Hang on.
Hi, everybody. Welcome Y2K and W to the show. Blah, 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 blah. Doing the things while he mutes the stream and does all the other things to make sure he's in a good spot to start talking. Tell us your story, fuck.
I wish it was as cool as you think it is. So where, as the oldest kid out there at like 14, I got put in charge of shooting off the fireworks in one of our neighbors' yards, which is always a great start to a story. And but the third thing we had out there was a Roman candle, and we figured we'd dig a little bit down a bit so it wouldn't fall over. And lo and behold, it fell over. It shot about 4 rounds across the road into a bunch of brush in the ditch on the other side. We run over there, try to put it out. Meanwhile, someone's stomping on the Roman candle to try to put it out. That doesn't work. Someone inside finally notices this. Wow, there's an awful lot of orange light there in the brush across the road. They come charging out. We had never met the people who lived across from them. It's like way up on the hill. They'd moved in. And none of us, they'd been there like 3 months. No one had seen them yet. They come running out. She's in her bathrobe. He's in his boxer shorts. They were just getting ready to go to fucking bed. And everyone's out there trying to stomp this fire out. And they were surprisingly well, like, they took it surprisingly well, I have to say. Turned out that he was EOD at one of the local military bases. And he was like, wasn't even close to the most, explosive thing he's dealt with today, let alone anything else. And so they went back up, put some actual clothes on, came down, and went to drink with the parents, and we weren't allowed to fire off fireworks ever again.
Well, that's one way to meet the neighbors.
That's one way to meet them. They're actually pretty cool people. They worked at the air base just down the road from me. They didn't have any kids, so anytime there was some kind of like family thing, they would just haul one of us in there just to walk around the base and stuff. I got to see a CF-14 completely taken apart in a gymnasium, like the whole thing, like it's all this kind of stuff. Watched him dry fire I think a 20 millimeter cannon. One of the things they have, just great. Is an awful lot of noise for something with nothing coming out of it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, those springs have to be pretty heavy.
So it was it's a fun pair of people we got to meet. They were.
Yeah, at least when that happened with us, like the people weren't home.
That would be an issue.
Because fucking I actually had a very similar incident happen in my childhood. It was the exact same thing. We had a Roman candle tip over from where we stood it up, and it fired its contents across the street into somebody's awning.
Oh.
Oh my god, we thought that their porch was going to go up for a minute, but it didn't.
I was like, let's just let the kids just fire off fireworks. Late fall, no snow on the ground yet. So everything's had a chance to die. The parents are all inside drinking 300 feet away, barely paying attention. So
they're like, it's just fireworks, they'll be fine.
You can get away with that when you live 20 minutes from town. It's fine.
Yeah, when you're a good distance from town, you can get away with a lot. Like discharging a firearm is basically illegal within the county I'm in. But if you go up onto the mountains, it's not hard to just get away with it. In fact, most of the farmers just carry around their firearms and like, oh, it's a coyote, fucking kill that shit.
Yeah, the moment you get out of town, the RCs can't really do anything if you're on private property. You could literally be like right next to town shooting at targets. You're in the MD.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in the county I'm in. Like it discharging a firearm for other than self-defense outside of a range is illegal.
What kind of communist wasteland do you live in? I live in fucking Canada.
I'm in California.
Okay, so I was right. Communist wasteland. I live in Kansas, Texas. So, well, they had, was it in Saskatchewan? The RCMP had to ask the farmers to stop carrying their rifles around with them, despite like crime was really bad. Like rural crime was really bad. It's like, please stop carrying your rifles with it. The people in the local Indian reserves are getting worried, and it's like the only people who have to worry are the people causing the crimes. What are you saying? And that entire conversation got shoveled up real fast.
But those are the people we had to protect.
That's why they're on a reserve.
All right.
I live within a stolen car's joyride from 3 of them.
So, YKNW, anything you want to show?
Hopefully all you assholes are going to be here for the regular show here, all 17 of you.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we have 17.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. We are looking at and judging all of you.
Expect to see every one of you watching Nick tonight. And two of them
immediately bail.
You're going to be forcibly pushed there through a raid. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I've been Jables, joined with Rimshee and Sir is watching. Thank you, Y2KNW, for jumping in with that story.
Yeah.
Be sure to tune in next week at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for this show. And yeah, let's just go ahead and raid Nick. And Nick has his cat on a chair for a hold screen.
We raiding, motherfucker. Have a good night, everyone.